It's week 4 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see Drake London. He had a touchdown last week, the cherry on top of a ton of yardage. It's the Falcons and the Jags on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to one of the great cities of the world, London, England. Coming up, another installment of the NFL International Series, and it should be a great one, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, this the first of our international series this year, the Falcons and Jaguars. The Jags, of course, no stranger to these London games. They're a fixture in these parts due to the presence of their owner, Shad Khan.
Add in the fact that they're going to be the first team ever to go back-to-back here in England. They played the Bills.
All set for the first of 5 international games this season. The Falcons and Jags underway from London. And he returns this to the 22. And the Jaguars ready to go on offense for the first time. And they're led by the former #1 pick in the draft. In his 3rd season now, Charles, Trevor Lawrence.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
And his first pass is incomplete. You talk about this Falcon defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking out the #1 overall offense in the league.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Lawrence on first down. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Richie Graham. Well, he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Ritter down. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught at about the 6. And the Falcons are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That's a great example right there to remind everyone of what a weapon he can be as a mobile quarterback, Charles. Nice play to escape the pocket and get his offense into the red zone with a 1st down.
The defensive coach is losing their mind on that play because they knew about his mobility coming in, and they preached.
Touchdown! Julio Jones. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A man coming off an 1,100-yard campaign last year. Here's Travis Etienne.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 19 carries and even 60 yards and a touchdown.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they've built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now Lawrence. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. It's a net of 40 there. Punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it will be Falcon football. And now let's discuss Julio Jones. There's a lot of talk in training camp about him getting off to a hot start this year, saying that they needed that. Well, he's done it through the first month.
It kind of reminds me of one of those great musical groups where one person has their name out front, then they have the backups, right? He's the guy out front because the backups, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, but we're going to the headliner each and every time. And that's not easily done because you know all the defenses are kicking towards him right now. That means he's fighting his way through traffic, finding ways to get open, even when he's not supposed to be.
Here's 2nd and 10. Ritter to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. He throws it on the move but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Mac Hollins the intended target, and that'll make a 3rd down. You look at this Jaguar defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is a #1 overall passing team in the NFL, but it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll run with Patterson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Ritter now looking to throw it this time. Got a man, it's London. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 20 yards.
London moved the chain, something he did 48 times as a rookie last season. First receiver taken in 2022 draft, finished with almost 900 yards in the league's second worst passing offense.
Oh, it's a screen pass. It's complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
Sometimes when you run a screen pass down in the red zone, it's really tough to create a lot of room to operate. The field's pretty condensed. But that was really well designed there, and they're able to pick up a first down.
Now this is going to be a quarterback draw. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball.
Mission accomplished there.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now we got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that huddle, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. 3rd and goal, Ritter with it. Touchdown, Falcons! Julio Jones with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's rare that a receiver of his caliber would drop 1 pass, but that's now 2 times he's had his mitts on one and lost it.
Yeah, and I don't think that they're going to lose confidence in him, though, because of the track record. Such a good player, maybe having a bad game, but I think they'll still go to him in a critical spot.
And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Lawrence to throw. That is caught. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 32-yard line.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That is incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll take the block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, 32 yards.
And the Jags are able to cut into that deficit. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We got to get it back.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
1st and 10, it's Patterson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he gets it down to the 32.
That one a first down pickup of 8. Again, Patterson.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
All-around great play by Devin Lloyd, using his athleticism to get to the backfield and his strength to stop him for a loss.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
But that's what they have to do more defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. He opted to go with his scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nice. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
The do-it-all weapon, Cordero Patterson, coming back out.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach or offensive coordinator actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's second down.
And London, the motion man right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. Here is third down and 4.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage.
They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
Now, they tried to catch him by surprise there on third down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start first and 10.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Straight ahead, Etienne.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Second and 10. Etienne once more. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Travis Etienne with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
McManus's point after is good, and the lead down to 10, 24-14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Ritter back to throw.
And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Here's Ritter. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Ritter looking to throw here on 4th.
Flush to his right. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down. Well, they take a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3 and a new set of downs. Ritter cannot escape, and they bring him down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Going to be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
On play action, Lawrence. A short throw there to Strange.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Oh, a heck of a move. Man. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
I think that's about as good a 3-yard run as you're going to see. And he actually did with a little bit of flair, didn't he?
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Now Lawrence.
And this is going to be incomplete. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. To bring out the Falcons offense once more, Cordero Patterson ready to go again at running back.
He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. Flushed out right. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way. He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
Escaping the pressure right.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Lorenzo Carter, the outside linebacker, dropping him for a loss of 6. Now Lawrence on third and long. Screenplay. Here's Etienne. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
But that's always a risk on those longer kicks. You have to drive it low to get it there. That opened the door for a better chance for the defense to get a hand on it, and that's just what we saw there.
And even if the odds increase a little bit because it's a longer field goal attempt, it's still difficult to get hands on the football and create a block. Big-time excitement for that unit, getting through and knocking that one away.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
No shortage of impressive moments from him thus far. Now he's halfway to the century mark, and we're still in the first half. There's been no answer for his running ability so far by the defense. I can't wait to see what adjustments they'll have to make during the halftime break.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension to the game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against a front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 7. Ritter.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And caught up. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Rolling to his right. Zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ritter
with his 3rd touchdown so far, number 13 now on the year.
And the Falcons take the block field goal and convert it into 6 points. Coup for the extra point.
Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake.
And that one goes virtually nowhere. Tried to fake extra point, but nothing comes of it.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare him
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10.
Now Lawrence.
Washington's got it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10, and he gets in. Well, no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne.
And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And taken right at the 35. That'll go as a 42-yard punt, but a net of 32. They had a 10-yard return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At the 45.
Beginning on the ground with Patterson.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Ritter to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
Flush to his right. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Ritter with another throw on second down.
Flushed out right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Straight ahead, Patterson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, whatever they were trying to call, Chad Muma had it read from the start, getting behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
Escaping the pressure right.
That's to the pylon and incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Ritter on the 4th down try.
Eluding the pressure right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On the counter, Etienne. He'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd.
Lawrence will throw.
Open man is Kirk, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Back to the ground with Etienne.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Big Calais Campbell fighting through to make the play in the backfield. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Lawrence.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the 1st.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence.
Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, there are several factors at play for why they face this deficit right now, Charles, but that's now 3 interceptions that he has thrown, and just giving the football away pretty careless here in the opening half.
Yeah, I know that all of our parents taught us to share as youngsters, but in this game, you don't want to share with the other team. Keep it for yourself. Keep it for your team. Got to cut down on all of those throws, those errant passes, if they hope to get back into this game.
On 1st down, Ritter.
He'll buy some time right. And his throw here is incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
This pass is caught by London. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. Here's Ritter. Dancing to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
To the air again, it's Ritter. Throws right back to London, complete again. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. First down marker at the 5. It's second and goal. Ritter back to throw. Flush to his right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Ritter. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll give him a new set of downs. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Ritter now, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Falcons continue to pull away here in this first half.
That's a really good decision right there outside of the pocket. You've got to know the right time to shift from passer to runner. He was looking and looking. Nothing there. You can almost feel the brainwaves firing as he calculates. I think I can win a race to...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And he gets in. And no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Jags first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Now, you don't want to see that penalty at any point, but it adds a little extra to it when it comes on third down.
It certainly does, because if this were a boxing match, they had him on the ropes there. Third down incompletion, fourth down upcoming. Instead, that mistake resets everything back to first down, which means they have to stay on the field longer to try and stop this drive.
Lawrence going to throw again. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
The Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And London, the motion man right.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
Got London on a slant.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ritter.
Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Another completion right back to Patterson.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Final play before the half. Here's Ritter.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag.
Welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball. And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out, and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
And they're going to speed things up here.
Third down, here's Patterson.
Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Going for it on 4th down. It's Ritter.
And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Play action. It's Lawrence.
Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Now Lawrence.
Incomplete.
There's a quarterback who's learned his lesson. He's thrown a few interceptions so far. That time he said, I'm making sure nobody catches this one.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And that is no good. And they will remain well behind.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down. Into the hands of London.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
1st down, here's Ritter.
Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
These are running back numbers that he's accumulating right now. Received double-digit carries and has rewarded them by breaking the century mark in rushing, in addition to what he's done through the air. Definitely MVP caliber football we're witnessing.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Ritter will set up to throw it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. Well, they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at the 20.
Now Patterson to start the drive.
And some room to work.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he gets us up past the 30 to the 32.
Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against his 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him, otherwise you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Ritter to throw it. Got a man, it's London.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Looking to throw it here, Ritter.
And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Here's Ritter again.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Partner, even I can figure out who deserves the lion's share of credit for their lead right now because he has been terrific in a dual threat role, really chewing up yardage and getting them points with his legs. Simply put, that defense has had no way of stopping him, and that's why his side is on top.
Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Patterson running between the tackles.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 57 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Ritter. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here at their own 23. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw, Lawrence.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
From the 31, here comes 2nd and a yard. Here's Lawrence.
It's going to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
They'll run with Etienne.
Touchdown, Jaguars!
Travis Etienne
with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and run it here. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ritter back to throw.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he checks this one away from home. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Got a man. It's Patterson complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards.
Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown! Drake London.
66 yards.
And the Falcons' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Coup now for the point after.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive, 4 plays.
And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. Following the touchdown, here's Coup to kick off.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
On play action, Lawrence.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
We'll get another look at Drake London as this offense returns to the field.
A monster game so far, 3rd quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers,
Absolutely.
though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way. And he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And this is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Josh Allen, he's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
4 seasons in the league, and even with the addition of the #1 overall pick to his defense last year, Allen remained the face of the Jaguars pass rush. Again, led his team with 7 sacks and a career-high 4 forced fumbles.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete.
On first and 10. It's Lawrence on the move past the 40.
And down right around the 37. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And Kirk is going to have the Jaguars first down as they'll get the ball down inside the 30.
A quick throw complete to Washington. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Parker Washington
With his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Jaguars are able to cut into that deficit.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter.
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more.
Ventrell Miller, the one to bring him down. Now a 2nd and 10. Ritter now.
Eluding the pressure right.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
It's a big play there for Atlanta. 52 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Looking to throw once more. Here's Ritter.
Flush to his right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close.
You are watching the NFL
Sports. Welcome back now here in London. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
back to throw. Ritter
rolling to his right. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ritter
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Falcons are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Ritter will throw for it.
He'll buy some time right. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Let's go.
On first down, Lawrence.
Open man right side is Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab.
Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
But to throw again is Lawrence. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. Doug Peterson going to roll the dice here. They will go for it on 4th down. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big.
And he loses the football a second time. And the Jags grab it, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
You remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills, and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Lawrence's throw hauled in by Washington.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
That is caught, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Lawrence will throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked up on Richie Graham. And the Falcons are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Right. Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Ritter here on 3rd and 2. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28.
Here's Ritter.
They'll roll him out right.
Ritter has it knocked down.
And the Jags grab it. And he'll be brought down around the 7-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling? And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne
taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Jaguars have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
McManus's point after is good, and that cuts this lead down to 13.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got the 2-score lead. Look, though, they fumbled last possession, led to a touchdown. So while things look good here at this stage in the 4th, they got to be careful.
They definitely do, because they've actually brought them back into it, haven't they? They've given them hope once again. Their purpose on this drive, squash that hope one more time.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And now they're in the hurry-up.
Patterson, he'll try it up the middle. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets him to about the 44. Give to Patterson, running to the right.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
101 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A handoff for Patterson.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Back to Robinson now on first down.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 18. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw it here. Ritter
sliding out of the pocket. Well, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And you know what we just witnessed, partner? A new NFL record for single-game rushing by a quarterback, breaking Colin Kaepernick's record of 181 yards set in the playoffs back in 2013. How about that field vision, athleticism that we've seen throughout this game? It's been nothing short of elite.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
They'll run with Patterson.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down.
Patterson going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over to Chong. They'll try to run with Patterson.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson taking it in from a yard out.
And the Falcons are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead.
The Falcons are going to leave the offense out there. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. Jaguars offense ready to set up shop here again. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd down, Lawrence.
His throw incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Loose inside the 30, inside the 10.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Christian Kirk with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
Extra point from McManus is good. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Here's a give to Patterson.
Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
126 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Ritter to throw it.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now they go screen. It's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there and a 1st down for the Falcons.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Meanwhile, Ritter's throw complete to Hollins.
And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there.
Ritter.
Flushed out right.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Ritter back to throw.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Ritter throwing on 3rd down.
And complete this one to Patterson. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I really like the angles that the tacklers came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so he can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man, Sammy Sideline.
Sammy Sideline, you know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to get this out to the 25. So here now, Lawrence and the Jaguars. Down by 15. 2:07 remaining. A fourth straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Now Lawrence. This one caught by Ridley. Loose inside the 30. Calvin Ridley. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Important extra point up and through as this gets them back within a touchdown and a two-point conversion. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see him take all three timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Throwing now is Ritter. Rolling to his right. This pass is caught by London. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Ritter looking to throw it here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Escaping the pressure right.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Back to throw. Ritter.
He'll buy some time right. And that's caught inside the 30. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Ritter.
They'll roll him out right.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as it looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Now it looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Desmond Ritter.
A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Starting to really smell a 4-0 start right now. You can't ask for a better first quarter of the season than that.
And you're not supposed to look ahead, but guess what?
You're going to?
They have to, because when you get to if you get to 4-0, you're not just thinking playoffs now.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When you'd line up, go ahead, and, oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
It's so risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, lion, lion.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Finding Washington. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone going to be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Now Lawrence on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition, work in the middle of the field. Unfortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Ritter looking to throw on 1st and 10. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Flush to his right. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Atlanta, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.